10 things you didn't know about Corey Seager. Corey Seager has already accumulated many awards and titles in his impressive young baseball career. After winning the World Series with the Texas Rangers this season, he's now a two-time World Series champ. While you may have heard of him, in this video we'll discuss 10 things you may not know about Corey Seager. Let's get started.
I just got one thing to say, everybody was wondering what would happen if the Rangers didn't win the World Series. I guess we'll never know.
Number 1. He's only the fourth two-time World Series MVP. Only Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, and Reggie Jackson were able to accomplish the feat prior to Seager. Talk about good company. Each of those guys are enshrined in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Before Seager did it in 2023, it hadn't been done since 1977. 46 years. Seager was able to pick up the prestigious award after hitting .318 through the postseason, as well as picking up 6 homers, 3 of which he hit in the World Series. If there's ever a time to shine, he found it and took advantage of it.
Hasn't seen a ton of pitches to hit. The ones he's seen, they're not getting a piece of hardware to hand out. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager!
Number 2. While Corey Seager is in the spotlight once again, he isn't the first in his family to play in Major League Baseball. His older brother, Kyle Seager, played third base for the Seattle Mariners for a decade, posting respectable numbers, including a .254 batting average and 242 homers. Corey's other brother, Justin, was also drafted by the Mariners, though a stretch in the big leagues wasn't meant to be. It's clear that baseball has been very good to the Seager family, and in case you're wondering, Corey only has another 72 homers to catch up to his older brother Kyle.
Oh, I just stole third.
Yeah, you're not that.
You're not there.
Hey, I got next.
I got next.
Number 3. In terms of hitting homers, Corey Seager's best years have been the 2 in Texas. Seager spent 7 seasons with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and in that time knocked out 104 homers. However, since being with the Rangers, he's hit 66 over the fence in only 2 years. It doesn't take a math whiz to figure out that his numbers have taken an uptick. Since joining the American League, he hit a career-high 33 homers in 2022, and then proceeded to match that number in 2023. Based on those numbers, it's safe to say the Rangers are thankful he signed through the 2032 season.
And he hits this ball a ton, deep out to right center. That one is gone!
Number 4. Corey Seager originally committed to the University of South Carolina on a baseball scholarship, but ultimately entered the MLB draft. Seager grew up in Kannapolis, North Carolina, so it's easy to see why Seager would choose the neighboring University of South Carolina Gamecocks. But given that he was the #1 recruit in his home state, he bet on himself, and the bet paid off. Seager was drafted 18th overall in the first round by the Dodgers, and he hasn't looked back since.
I'm with all the coaches at North Carolina, but when I went to South Carolina and met Tanner and all the other coaches, I just kind of fell in love, and when I came down to my final 2, I just knew.
Number 5. Corey Seager replaced the veteran Jimmy Rollins as the starting shortstop for the Dodgers. Back in 2015, Seager was just a September call-up from the Phillies farm system. No one really knew what he would evolve into. There were hopes, but early on, they were just that. Hopes. However, Seager impressed the Dodgers with his hot bat when he finally hit the scene. In the minors that season, he hit .293 with an on-base percentage of .344, along with 18 homers, and though he didn't have much time in the big leagues that regular season, he transitioned to the bigs very well, hitting .337 in 113 plate appearances. The young star impressed Don Mattingly enough to get the nod over the former MVP and Jimmy Rollins. Who would have known he'd become one of the most feared postseason hitters in the game years later?
Deck for Corey Seager in his last 2 plate appearances last night, and he...
Number 6. Seager now holds the highest contract of any Texas Ranger in history at $325 million. It shocked the world when Alex Rodriguez, who formerly held the record, was signed to a $252 million contract in 2000. Though that seems modest by today's standards, at the time it was more than anyone in history. Seager blew that number out of the water when he signed with the Rangers in 2022. Seager's enormous contract far outweighs A-Rod's by $73 million in total, though it seems to be paying off for the Rangers thus far.
Yeah, you know, they're crazy, just kind of bouncing around, not knowing what to expect with everything going on. But it's been an exciting moment, you know, and I'm really excited to be here, and we're really excited about the next chapter in our life.
Number 7. Growing up, Corey Seager's favorite player was another talented shortstop, Derek Jeter. Seager's parents are from upstate New York, so Seager grew up a Yankees fan. It only makes sense that he would admire the Yankee great and Baseball Hall of Famer. However, during the 2023 postseason, Derek Jeter gave the love back, saying, "Corey Seager has become my favorite player in baseball. I love the way he carries himself." Talk about coming full circle. Wow! It doesn't get any better than being your favorite player's favorite player.
Corey Seager has become my favorite player in baseball. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm a little biased, obviously, because he plays shortstop. He's a tall shortstop.
Number 8. Corey Seager faced off against his brother Kyle for the first time in 2020, and both were able to hit homers in that game, making them the first pair of brothers to hit homers in the same game on opposing teams since 2001. It had to be a cool moment for each of them as well as their family. In case you're wondering, Corey's homer would be a 3-run jack in the second inning to add on to the lead, while Kyle's would be in the following inning to make it a closer matchup. Corey Seager and the Dodgers would end up winning this one, 11-9.
Bellinger back on this one at the wall. It's gone again.
Good job, Kai.
So both Seager brothers have gone deep.
Let's see what Corey.
Number 9. Seager is the first shortstop in Major League Baseball history with 3 homers in a single World Series, and he only needed 5 games to do it. He also has 19 playoff home runs total, which passes Carlos Correa for second most all time. There's only one more homer needed in the playoffs to pass his idol Derek Jeter for the most of all time by a shortstop. Seager's 6 World Series homers stands as the record for most all time, 3 more than any other player in the game. When you consider that Corey Seager is only 29 years old, his numbers get even more unbelievable.
Back at the wall, and it is gone. Seager.
Number 10. Seager married his high school sweetheart, Madison Seager, during the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown. Their story is an interesting one, dating for a few years in high school, going their separate ways, and later getting back together. The couple dated long distance while Seager pursued his baseball career, while Madison attended college in North Carolina. He proposed in December of 2019 after 4 years of dating, and a year later, they were married.
You've been messing with me. I'm not asking you again. It's never happened. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations to both
Was
of
it a
you.
quick, was it a quick yes? That's what I want to know. Was it a quick yes?
It was
or-
a very quick yes, because I knew he was nervous.
We hope you enjoyed this list of lesser-known things about Texas Rangers star Corey Seager. Did we miss something? Let us know in the comment section below. And please make sure to press the like button and subscribe so that you can keep up with all of our Major League Baseball content.
Smashes the ball down the line.